Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. I'm going to jump to the weekly chart. Just a reminder that last week we pushed through the low 350s, 351.39, 50% upside retracement from the December high to the April low, and 352.60, that former two-year rising channel top that we closed above in November, set off a follow-through signal to the 514.97 formation. We didn't actually test it. We did fall away, and after we closed back below this channel bottom, resulted in a continued collapse to the April low. That's the way I see it. This is an area that we did push through and close above on a daily basis last week, but we obviously, as you can see on this weekly chart, did not close above on a weekly basis. And that is a critical development in longer term buy signals and sell signals. And so without that, we do not have a long-term buy signal. And in fact, we're presently still testing this area. We did push through it by several points on Tuesday, backed away. This is a horizontal representation of that very same area. And it is this rising channel bottom that we are now using as our downward pivot point, which we did violate on Monday, but did not close below. It did hold on Tuesday, but did not close below. It's at 345.56 today, and after all of this, the testing of the low 350s, the failure to close above the low 350s at the end of the week, then keeping kind of the directional time frame or the directional dynamic over the longer haul in question. I mean, if there's anything to do on this chart, it is to be short Tesla. Not that I'm suggesting you do that, but we are merely testing meaningful resistance in the low 350s. And unless we close Friday above 352.60, this is a market that can be sold. And it does show a sell signal if we close today below 345.56. So if you are short Tesla right now, you do want to see a settlement today below 345.56 to sort of set the ball in motion to the downside, so to speak. 277.53, that could be realized within 2 to 3 weeks, could stretch into 3 to 5 weeks. And as I've been saying, unless we close above the 352.60 area at the end of the week, you can be playing the short side now. If your time horizon is 2 to 3, 3 to 5 weeks out, you just want to see a settlement below 345.56. That is the sell signal on weakness. That is the, entering a short position on weakness. You can enter a short position on strength, which is fading a bull move, as the low 350s has been the area, and you may be short right now, or you can sell it on weakness with a sell signal below structural support. And I see 345.56 as that support, near-term support. Nothing overly significant about it, but I do think if we close below 345.56, we should, over the next few days, maybe by Friday's close, but certainly could spill into early next week, 320.07. And we can place a daily low there as well, possibly round up for several days, 3 to 5 days back into what is now 345.56. And then finally, it would be a settlement below 320.07 over the next week or two that would set up what I consider to be a bit of an objective now anyway at 277.53. And what I mean by that is you can be short now as long as we don't close the week Friday above 352.60. So you may be short and anticipating 277.53. And if we close today below 345.56, that does significantly enhance the likelihood for 277.53 over the next 3 to 5 weeks, where we could actually bottom out through July and round up again. In terms of the upside, a daily settlement today above 352.60 will keep this upper area, 362.89 attainable intraday, but expected tomorrow if we close today, Wednesday, above 352.60. And this could be a trouble spot through the rest of the week. I will say that if today, for whatever reason, we close above 362.89, I think, a couple of things I'm going to say about that, because I do then see follow through to 383.76 within 2 to 3 days. And so if we close above 362.89 and you are short the market in this this low 350s, expecting meaningful bearish continuation into what is now, the 277.53 area. If you are short under that scenario and we happen to, close today above, here you are again, 362.89, I think that's your indication to, at the very least, exit the short position, because I see 383.76 as likely within several days. In fact, I think you could reverse and go long, because if we close today above 362.89, it is likely that we will also close Friday above 352.60, which is once again this combination 50% retracement and 2-year channel top. Closing above 352.60, as I've been saying, will keep, as we move through next week and into into later next week, 383.76 in reach, 427.01 in reach within 3 to 5 weeks of closing the week Friday above 352.60. And yes, by the end of the year, we just might reach that 514.97 5-year channel top. This all under the scenario of closing the week Friday above 352.60. But once again, I'm going to say it, one more time, that if we close today above 362.89, that buy signal, that longer term move becomes more probable, because what it tells me is that we are then likely to close the week above 352.60, which is the long-term buy signal we've been waiting for. And when I say waiting for, I'm saying waiting for because that is your call to action, so to speak. That is your impetus to establish a long position through June, and really longer term investors through the rest of the year, anticipating 514.97. So I know I've said a lot. I will say that we're right at this sort of capitulation point. We could go either way, but the odds still favor downside into the 270s over the next 3 to 5 weeks, because we've yet to close any week above 352.60. And if we close today below 345.56, that is a sell signal into later June, 277.53 in reach within possibly 2 to 3 weeks, where we could bottom out through July. This week, we put out a stock pick on Tempest AI. You might want to check that out. Still very relevant. We'll be putting out another stock pick today or tomorrow. We do 2 every week. We also have daily Triple Q, daily SPY analysis, weekly Apple stock, S&P 500, NASDAQ 100. You can see it all for free by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial. Then you'll be able to see everything that we present on a daily and weekly basis, and you just might want to stick around and become a regular subscriber. We would love that. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that for Wednesday's Tesla report. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with Thursdays. You have a great day.